Have you ever wondered what secrets could be hidden in ancient caves? What if texts lost for thousands of years could change everything we know about the past? How did a simple discovery in the desert rewrite the history of the Bible and early Jewish life? Imagine you see a burial in the desert. In 1947, researchers discovered some amazingly lost texts in the desert of Israel that had been lost for over 2,000 years. The Dead Sea Scrolls are one of the most important discoveries ever made. They were found in 1947 by a young Bedouin shepherd who was exploring the caves near the Dead Sea in Israel. While looking for his lost goat, he threw a rock into one of the caves and heard the sound of something breaking. Inside the cave, he found ancient clay jars filled with scrolls. The scrolls are a collection of old Jewish writings, some of which are over 2,000 years old. They include parts of the Hebrew Bible, what Christians call the Old Testament, and they help us understand what life and religion were like during ancient times. The scrolls were written on parchment and papyrus and preserved in the dry desert caves for centuries. They show us different versions of biblical stories, religious laws, and the daily lives of the people who lived in that area. The scrolls are believed to have been written by a group of people known as the Essenes. They were a small Jewish community that lived around the Dead Sea. The Essenes lived simple lives, devoted to prayer, and kept these sacred writings hidden in the caves, possibly to protect them from being destroyed during conflicts with the Romans. The Dead Sea Scrolls are important because they are the oldest copies of the Bible ever found. Before this discovery, the oldest Hebrew Bible we had was from around the year 1000. The Dead Sea Scrolls, however, were written over 1,000 years earlier. They show us how the Bible was copied and passed down through generations. The scrolls also give us a glimpse into what Jewish life was like during the time of Jesus. Even though Jesus isn't mentioned in the scrolls, they help us understand the religious world in which he lived. After the scrolls were found, archaeologists and scholars from around the world came to study them. Over the next few years, more scrolls were discovered in other caves near the Dead Sea. In total, they found over 900 different scrolls. For a long time, only a few experts were allowed to study the scrolls. But in the 1990s, they were finally made available to everyone. Now, many of the scrolls have been scanned and can be viewed online, so people all over the world can study them. The Dead Sea Scrolls have changed what we know about the Bible and ancient history. They are not only religious texts, but also historical treasures that help us understand the people of that time. Today, they are kept safe in museums, but their discovery continues to inspire and educate people all over the world.